I'm Gough.
And I'm Brittany Boll.
Been a little chilly this past week, but it sounds like we're getting a little bit of a warm up.
I'm excited about it. It sounds beautiful. Today, though, is November 14th. You know what today is?
Flag Day?
It is National Seatbelt Day and National Pickle Day. So buckle up because things are about to get briny. Inserts laughs.
I thought every day was National Seatbelt Day, number one. Number two, you like pickles?
I do like pickles.
Do you like the whole pickles or you like slices on food?
I think I like all the pickles.
So if you go to a sandwich shop and they're doing the whole pickles, you'll say, give me one of the pickles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But in regards to the Seatbelt Day, I think Uber was actually one of the people that started this. It was not started too long ago. Uber and another big major automobile conglomerate. But, you know, there's a national day for everything, and we'll tell you about it here.
We will do our best. We will also tell you about the great stuff we have at Crazy Cakes.
Yes, so we start our mornings off at Crazy Cakes every Friday morning. In my cup of joe today is their pumpkin spice latte. It's something that they're still featuring. It's, autumn-y season, even though it's not might be the autumn weather. But also, you know, when the autumn weather comes back and it gets chilly again, it's soup season. And they have some of the best soups around. You can get their soup starting in the morning all the way until they close. That's one of the best things about Crazy Cakes is that they serve both breakfast and lunch all day. Today's soup is the Philly steak soup. It is a combination of meatballs, peppers, and onions, and I think it's one of Lindsay's favorites. She told me. I just had a meatball, and it was pretty delicious.
So soup for breakfast, a possibility? That's a thing?
I mean, especially when you get up as early as we do.
That's a good point. Okay, I'll give you that one. So anyway, wear your seatbelt and have a pickle today. You should wear your seatbelt every day, though. So because I grew up in the age when you didn't wear them, and now we all should wear them. Absolutely.
Yes.
My kids are very into put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Very, very good about it. Of course, that's the generation they grew up with. So we had a lot of big news stories this week, and we'll go ahead and get you started with our recap.
Quincy City Council met in the chambers filled with more than 4,500 donated food items as the city's holiday food drive competition heats up. Public Works Director Jeffrey Conti was applauded for quickly restoring service after a major pipe break at the water plant that resulted in a citywide boil order. The council signed off on a proposal for a 3-story, 50-unit senior living facility near 48th and Main as developers seek state support. A request to subdivide nearly 9 acres on Columbus Road into 15 to 18 single-family lots was forwarded to Planning Commission. The city also moved ahead with purchasing a new $1.52 million fire truck to replace an aging engine with safety issues. And finally, Mayor Linda Moore extended the Go the Extra Mile recognition through the month honoring local community pastor Orville Jones.
The Quincy Water Treatment Plant crews have installed a replacement section of pipe after last week's 24-inch line burst, causing flooding, a power outage, and a citywide boil order. A pair of ongoing upgrades, including a pump system station rebuild and flood-proofing efforts of the city, is also preparing to launch a new alert system called Code Red. I will not make my as a few good men joke here. But anyway, it's called Code Red to notify residents of emergencies by text, email, and phone.
On Veterans Day, the Illinois Veterans Home in Quincy welcomed residents and community members to its annual program honoring both the home's veterans and all who have served. The event featured a keynote from retired Lieutenant Colonel John Bly, a West Point graduate and former Special Forces officer, music by Quincy Notre Dame High School, and a wreath-laying ceremony in tribute to service and sacrifice.
Also wanted to thank our friend Randy Phillips for going out and shooting and grabbing the video for that. He goes out there every year for that. It is an absolutely wonderful event. Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois has once again found himself at odds with the state's Democratic leadership after joining 7 other Senate Democrats and Republicans to support a procedural vote to open up the federal government to end the 43-day shutdown, despite the funding package not including health care tax credits. And that's what the Democrats really wanted. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, along with several other Democrats, sharply criticized the move, saying it undermined their leverage and amounted to an empty promise. Durbin defended his vote by emphasizing immediate relief for food aid recipients and federal workers, while insisting a promised vote on tax credits will come. We'll see. But the split reveals deep tensions in the party over strategy as the shutdown continued to drag on until it finally ended when the House passed it and the President signed it.
The Quincy Park Board voted Wednesday to table the contract award for the new bandstand at Madison Park after hearing concerns from the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council about the lowest bidders' past violations and lack of a recognized apprentice program. The board, which had been slated to approve a $549,160 bid from Duerr Construction Incorporated, instead opted to delay the decision until next month, citing the importance of fully vetting bids and contractor credentials.
Yeah, the representative from the contractors union also had his consideration. He has concerns about prevailing wage, which is something that governing bodies have to pay in order to get jobs done. And they said that they have some concerns that perhaps Duerr Construction maybe not doing that as they should be. So that'll be something we'll be keeping our eye on for sure. So, well, as you know, Muddy River Mornings is driven by Hess Auto Agency, and we will have more after we hear from our friends at Hess and Float.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
In the tri-state area, local businesses aren't just a place to shop. They are engraved into our community. Muddy River Engraving knows, lives, and models this business mentality.
Look how cute!
From getting gear for your team,
Those turned out nice, thank you.
to a custom gift for friends or family, Muddy River Engraving will take your idea or story and bring it to life with his products. From 1 to 1,000 items, Muddy River Engraving can handle any project for you. Muddy River Engraving, engraved into your community.
The saying goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same. That is not the way it is with diabetes. Hello, I am Dawn Crabtree, a nurse and certified diabetes education specialist with the Blessing Diabetes Center. Over the past 20 years, the number of adults with diabetes has more than doubled. That's 38 million people. But 1 in 5 of them don't know they have diabetes, a disease that can take their life. Diabetes stops your body from processing blood sugar properly, leading to serious problems over time, including heart and kidney disease, vision loss, blood circulation issues, and amputation. Anyone can develop diabetes. Some people are born with it. But the good news is most of the rest of us can reduce our risk by eating right, exercising, maintaining a healthy weight, seeing a healthcare provider regularly, and being tested for diabetes. November is Diabetes Awareness Month. Let's celebrate by reversing the diabetes trend.
Women are exceptional. In the workplace, in the home, in the community, we fill so many roles vital not only to our success, but also the success of those around us. We deserve health care that is as exceptional as we are. Blessing Health meets the varied needs of every woman, from OBGYN care and breast health to pediatrics for those of us who have little ones in our life. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
I have started a little bit, and after hearing from our next guest, I decided that we're going to take a time out for Christmas shopping on our own. I'm going to take Mayla to partake in this event. It's called Operation Christmas Child, and we are going to hear from Julie O'Connor about that. Hey everybody, I'm sitting here with Julie O'Connor from Operation Christmas Child. She's a volunteer to tell me about this fabulous project that we heard about. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for being here, Julie.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, so I guess let's get down to it. What is Operation Christmas Child?
Operation Christmas Child is such a fun project. It's a ministry. It is a way to pack shoebox gifts.
Yeah.
This is an official Operation Christmas Child shoebox gift, but any shoebox will do.
Okay.
And it is a project that it's a division of Samaritan's Purse, which
Okay.
was started by Billy Graham years ago.
What exactly
Part of
is
Billy Graham.
Samaritan's Purse?
Samaritan's Purse is a not-for-profit that provides disaster relief all over the world, including domestically. But like anytime that there's a war area, like they've been in the Ukraine a lot the last few years, they've been in Gaza Strip, they've been in anywhere that there is a disaster happening.
So this is a worldwide
It's
organization.
It's an international, worldwide organization, basically bringing relief in the name of Jesus. They do medical relief, they feed people, and then this part of the ministry is sharing gifts with children. And then
the fun part.
Yes, of the totally fun part. And this part began back in the early 90s when there was a war in Bosnia.
Okay.
And somebody was asking, like, is there something we can do for the children? The children suffer so terribly during a war. And there were a couple of big churches who said, sure, we can do that. We can pack some shoebox gifts, because that was just an easy thing to ship.
Yeah.
And so they packed like a couple thousand shoebox gifts and shipped them to Bosnia, and everybody went, oh boy, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's so doable. It's so easy to just put some fun things into a box. I've got this one, you get to pick who you're gonna pack for. This one is for a girl aged 2 to 4. So those are a little bit big, those shoes are, but you can see I went to Old Navy. They are a great place to go shopping. Got a little t-shirt in there, got a little taggy blanket, and a real cute stuffed animal.
So
just
was it fun
stuff.
shopping?
Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. And,
I think the
and
cool
it's
thing
fun to
about
run
this
around town. Yeah.
Is like, you know, it's
Find
what
things.
how you're saying how it's a big, huge worldwide organization. This is a way for our community to get involved in
That's
that.
the thing. It's so very doable. Anybody can go to a local store. You can go anywhere. You can go. I like to go to Old Navy and Dollar Tree and Walmart and Hobby Lobby. Any store that you can go find some little things for children, school supplies, hygiene items, but always something fun.
I
for 'em, too.
vaguely remember when this started. I was younger, and I think our grade school was actually taking part in it.
Yes, could have been.
Yeah, it's like it's all coming back because those boxes kind
Yeah,
of.
you're remembering the box,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So the box, you said necessarily we don't need to use these boxes.
Right.
Anyone can use.
Any shoebox works. We will accept any shoebox. Some people like to go like to Walmart or Menards or something and buy those plastic shoeboxes.
Oh, yeah.
Those are nice too, because then the kids have them to
Keep their stuff
Yeah,
in.
to keep their stuff in. They last longer. So those are fun to get the little gifts in, but really a Nike shoebox or whatever is in your closet.
Yeah. Okay, so
any of them will do.
the age requirement, you have
Yeah,
that. How
you
does
get
somebody
to choose.
that?
Yes, they're well, online there's all kinds of instructions.
Okay.
But you get to choose if you're going to pack for a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
And then you get to choose the age range. So a 2 to 4-year-old, or a 5 to 9-year-old,
Okay.
or a 10 to 14-year-old. So there's 3 age groups. So then you can make it kind of age appropriate
Nice.
for the child. Yes.
So you can find your little card or what you're going to choose for online. Can you find it in actual places where we're dropping off the boxes, or is everything online?
Yeah, everything is online.
Okay.
But hopefully you'll post a little
Yeah.
along with this story. Post the drop-off places here in town. Next week is Collection Week. It's National Collection Week, and we are praying for over 11 million shoeboxes to be packed in the United States and collected next week.
How many do you think we'll get locally?
Locally, we typically get close to 4,000.
Wow.
Yes, in the Quincy area. And I'm part of an area team that includes 10 counties, and we end up having about 15,000 or so.
That's
that
amazing.
all will come together and they get shipped to the next spot then.
So
Yeah.
the two spots that we can drop off locally are Madison Park Christian Church.
Yes.
They said in the Commons.
Yeah, the Commons, it's a separate little building behind the church, kind
Okay.
of off of 48th Street.
All right. And then Columbus Road Church.
Yes, Columbus Road Baptist Church.
All right. And those are the two locations.
Those are the two
And it starts
shoebox drop-offs.
when?
It starts Monday, Monday of next week, and it goes for a full week.
Okay.
So every day there's a couple hours that each of those spots
Yeah.
is open, that you can go drop off a shoebox gift. And then the final Monday is Monday of Thanksgiving week.
Okay.
So those on that Monday morning, though, we're open like 8 to 10, first thing in the morning. And at 10 o'clock, the trucks roll. Like, we're loading up the trucks.
I was about to say, and then you are busy after that.
Yeah, so we're loading up those trucks. So if you show up at 10:07, the truck is already gone.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, so it's time to
plenty of times that we will have listed for you to drop off. Great opportunity to.
It just is.
Like you said, it's fun shopping. Yeah. It's a great way to get your children involved.
Well, that's really why I started initially with this. I probably started packing shoebox gifts more than 15 years ago when my kids were all home. They're not now. They're all grown. I've got grandkids now. Thinking, oh, this will be a good thing to teach my kids about generosity, right? And how to think about others instead of just ourselves and what we want. We're all making up our Christmas list when you're a child, and we need to think about other people too. And so that's really how I got started, thinking this will be a good thing for my kids, which it was. Yeah. It was a good thing, but I just fell in love with the ministry then too, and have been a year-round volunteer with them for about 15 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is, and I'm sure that you guys always need volunteers. Is that a thing too?
Yes, we do. We need year-round volunteers like myself. There's 21 of us on our area team in about 10 counties. Probably
21 and 15,000 boxes.
And then during National Collection Week, which is next week, we will have that number of the 21 of us pumps up to many more, because like at our drop-off locations, we'll have a team of 6 to 10 people there each night helping to get the boxes in and get them packaged up and get them ready to ship.
Well,
so
this is awesome.
Yeah.
And like we said, a great way for you to get involved individually with your children, but also other ideas. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I might have been involved in one of the first ones as a classroom child. So get your classrooms involved, get your scouts.
We've had group like teams. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts have brought us shoebox gifts. We have had a long-standing relationship at Quincy Senior High School with the Beta Club and the National Honor Society clubs. Those kids pack shoebox gifts. They all need service hours. Yeah. And so this is a great thing to do for your service hours. So they always bring us a lot of great looking shoebox gifts.
I would have loved to have,
have that be an opportunity.
Gone shopping for my service hours. I would have never thought of that one. That's what we all like to do.
Sure.
Well, anything else you want to add? Like I said, we'll have this posted with the times, the dates, the drop-offs for you to check it out and get involved.
Yeah. I would just say that these shoebox gifts, simple little things are so appreciated in these gifts. They are going to children internationally. This is not a domestic part of the ministry. It's international. Many are going to third world countries. They are going to children in war-torn areas, children with natural disasters where they've had perhaps flooding or tsunamis, or like they go to places where the children are in dire circumstances. Yeah. To give them hope. And these little gifts can give children who, many of them have never received a gift in their life, the kind of places that these are going, and they're literally thrilled with a pack of fresh pencils and some crayons. Oh. And yes, so it is different than getting gifts for children here. Yeah. It's very different. They're real excited to get these, and it's just a tangible thing that they can hold in their arms, and it's for them, their very own. It's for themselves. They don't have to share it. Yeah. And many times we hear back from these kids as they grow older that it just helped them to feel loved and cared for in a way that they maybe never had, and to give them hope. And then the gospel message is always shared with the shoebox delivery as well. So they hear about Jesus. Many of them are in places where they may never have heard the name of Jesus. So they have an opportunity to learn more if they wish to. So
really, my heart is touched already. Everyone deserves to feel a little bit of love, especially
especially our children.
Yeah, especially our children.
Especially our children.
Well, what a beautiful program. Thank you so much, Julie, for sharing this with me.
Yes, and I hope we get lots more shoeboxes showing up next week as a result of this time together.
Yes. Show up. Thank you, community.
Thank you.
If you're 55 or older and ready for quality independent living, Good Samaritan Home of Quincy is your first choice. We're constructing new duplexes and single-unit cottages ready for you. Prepay your lease now and customize your future cottage. Say goodbye to the hassles of yard work, snow removal, and home maintenance, and say hello to stress-free independent living. There is limited availability, so call Good Samaritan Home today at 223-8717 or see for yourself at gshq.org.
A lot of shows this week. Some of them were fun. They're all informative, and we hope you go to muddyriver.tv and watch as many as you can.
This week, we have another episode of Frankie and the Klitz. Now, I tried to get out of Frankie and Klitz what this one was about. I couldn't exactly seem to get a straightforward answer. I don't think we can get anything straightforward with those guys, but it's sure to be full of laughs. I know there is a surprise phone call from Bob's wife that everyone found very humorous. So check that out.
You know who won't find it humorous? My wife, Ellen. So, Miss Illinois volunteer, fashion model, hunter, and now author. Nicole Taylor joins Ron Kincherf on the Business Spotlight to talk about her brand new book, Everyone Belongs in Nature. She shares the inspiration behind the project, the message she hopes young readers take with them, and why the great outdoors is for all of us.
Later today on Club Muddy, the crew dives into the latest social media feed controversies, from the Sydney Sweeney frenzy to the Olympic transgender ban debate, and how the internet is spinning it all. Then, local musician Josh Lawless drops by the club to talk about his upcoming Blackout Wednesday concert with his new band, Magdalene. Tune in for the takes, the laughs, and the tunes.
On the way is Picks, Parlays, and Pints, brought to you by Heck Gaming and the Utopia Event Center. Shane Holsey and I go through this weekend's big matchups of pro and college football. We show you how to win lots of money. We really don't. But anyway, you should watch it. It's a lot of fun. We do talk about the wagers, the overs, the unders, the parlays, and all that fun stuff. So make sure you watch this week's edition of Picks, Parlays, and Pints.
On the Daily Muddies this week, Ashley talks with Blessing Riemann College of Nursing President and CEO Brenda Beshears about how the school is shaping the next generation of healthcare workers and helping students graduate debt-free. She also chats with Kristen Lay from the YMCA about the 46th annual Turkey Run, one of Quincy's favorite Thanksgiving traditions. On Wednesday, Rebecca Butler from The Budding Artist swings by to chat art for the holidays, and Shelley Bergman from the Hannibal Regional Hospital gives us all the information on the Festival of Trees. On Thursday's Daily, Bobby Craft brings us Santagrams, and DOB from the BBB warns us about Advent calendars, a warning that is a little too late for some of us.
That early shopping will get you every time. On the latest sports Winal, brought to you by County Market Liquor, Chris rejoices at the return of French Blue wines, and he is really a wine connoisseur and tells you all about the reds and the whites from French Blue wines. And speaking of sports,
it's time for sports, brought to you by Neiman's.
Hey, Chris Duerr.
Hey, Matt Schuckman.
That's a pretty awesome vehicle back there.
It is an awesome vehicle. I can't speak to the handsomeness of the two guys on the side of it, but man, what a great looking
Has
Jeep.
Anybody thrown an egg at it yet?
Oh, it's coming. I think, and deservedly so over the years. I'm sure between the both of us, we've earned that at some point along the way.
Well, it is Friday morning. It's time for the weekend.
Oh, God, I love this weekend.
Oh, without a doubt. And that vehicle back there, the Highlight Wrangler, courtesy of Little Jess Motor Company.
Great folks there.
Is going to be out and about all over Northeast Missouri and West Central Illinois collecting highlights this weekend as you head off to football games, district championship games, state quarterfinal games. I've got basketball coming up this weekend. That's where the truck will be. We got a lot going on.
We are certainly looking forward to this. This is what you call playoff football nirvana.
Yeah.
Tonight, district championships all across Missouri. Some really good matchups.
Yes.
And then tomorrow, state quarterfinal.
Wow. Yeah. So, again, starting tonight, we've got big games in Missouri. You're headed to Edina.
I am.
For the 8-man District 8 championship between Knox County and North Shelby, a rematch of their regular season matchup, and two teams that are playing really well right now.
Two programs that don't like each other a whole lot, two teams that are incredibly talented. This time around, Gannon Bowen, arguably the best two-way 8-man football player in the state of Missouri. would like to have some say in what happens. Does it happen? We'll see tonight.
We'll see. It's going to be interesting because they've got to figure out a way, North Shelby that is, has to figure out a way to stop maybe the best offensive player in the state.
And nobody's done that yet. Yeah, nobody's done that yet. 34 touchdowns in 8 games, dude.
That's crazy.
That was insane this year.
That's crazy. So, again, big game there. Then a little closer to home.
Yeah.
In Monroe City and Hannibal, we got 2 big district title games. Monroe City taking on Brookfield in the Class 2 District 7 championship.
We have talked, you and I have talked at length about how good that Monroe City secondary is.
Yep.
This is the week to prove it because Brookfield has got a dude who can not only just sling it all over the field, but he can run a bit.
Yeah.
He is a virtuoso one-man performer in a lot of ways. We're going to see what Monroe City's defense looks like, although at this point, you got Jaden Holland coming off the edge.
Oh.
I like Monroe City's chances.
If you're the Brookfield quarterback, you may want to wear some rib pads.
Oh, smart
because
man.
you might get hit this week.
Oh, I don't think there's anything about it, man.
Yeah.
That Jaden Holland, those highlights we had last week, super fun.
Crazy. And then in Hannibal, you got the Pirates playing for a Class 4 district championship, taking on Odessa, a team you and I really don't know a whole lot about because we haven't seen them. And because they're almost on the entire other side of the state. How is that a district game when they got to travel that far?
I have
that
no
part
idea.
I don't understand.
Here's the thing I don't, and I had somebody from Hannibal explain this to me like I'm stupid because I asked people to do that. But, Odessa is undefeated except for a loss to Mexico, who Hannibal just blew out.
Yes.
And shut out this past week. And as somebody said, well, every so often, Mexico out of nowhere delivers that giant game. So don't read too much into that. Okay. Now, what I did hear on my absolute favorite media program, Monday Night Lights on Monday.
Ooh, I like that show.
Yeah, I like that show too. The hosts are very handsome, I'm told.
Ooh, they get it done.
They do. I heard from Jeff Geschwender that this is an offense that likes to take its chances, go down the field. They're looking for the big play. Whose hands does that play right into?
Oh, my Lord. Safety 1, safety 2, cornerback 1, cornerback. Like Kate Hoskins, Wyatt Dorsey, Darian Washington. They're going to have a field day.
Oh, my God. I would think that this is a multi-interception type game for those guys.
Yeah.
And, man, would it be fun to be the defensive lineman giving them the chance this week.
And those defensive linemen in Hannibal are pretty darn good.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor from time to time.
I've heard that a time or two. So you've got all that coming up. We'll have that in the Muddy River Blitz coming up Saturday morning. And then as we sit here recording this, it is absolutely beautiful out. And I think the same thing is going to be, and maybe even a little nicer on Saturday, at least temperature-wise. But I think it's going to be beautiful in Mount Sterling, where you will be as the Brown County football team takes on Carrollton in the Class 1A state quarterfinals.
The only thing better than hearing the Harleys rev is the Harleys revving postseason.
Yeah, you're right.
So we'll hope for a lot of that this week. Again, a rematch of week number 1.
Correct.
Carrollton was held to 7 points. As I told you earlier in the year, the Hawks, a Hawks source told me after the fact that Brown County beat them up where they weren't right for almost 3 weeks. They lost that Unity game, they thought, because they had nothing left after Brown County beat them up.
Yep.
Better. Coach Flowers has fixed that team, though.
Yes.
And that should make for a better second pass. I still like Brown County to win that game.
I do too.
I don't know that there's a better defensive team in our area right now after last week.
But at the small school level, at least in our area or this part of Illinois, there's not a more physical team.
There's not at that level, no. And the size and the physicality are special, which is why we're still talking about Brown County and not maybe talking about Central this week, which a lot of people thought we would be.
Exactly.
No disrespect to Central, but Brown County took it from them.
They certainly did. So we got all that coming up on the football front. I'll be at Pepsi Arena this weekend for some basketball. Quincy University men's basketball team opening its season at home in the Midwest Region crossover.
2 5-star games right off the bat for you.
Yeah, so Cedarville and Findlay coming to town. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun weekend, and we're going to debut something fun this weekend.
Ooh, tell me more, because I do love my Quincy University Hawk analysis from this guy right here.
So we're going to have the QU round ball review coming up. We're going to have a video component after every home game. So we're going to have that after. I'm going to sit down with Coach Brad Hoyt, maybe a player or two. We're going to see how it goes, but that'll be after every home game. There's 14 home games on the schedule. We're going to have that at every time. Brought to you by Alpha Accessories.
You're already there. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. And kudos to Alpha Accessories. They wanted to do something different, something to try and see and get some life into some coverage. And Brian and Shane out at Alpha Accessories, thank you for jumping on board and making this happen.
I picture this almost as if the truck could be pulled into Pepsi Arena.
That was kind of the idea behind it.
This is how I envision all this.
And right now we're going to go with a couple chairs and maybe a bench. maybe eventually we can figure out a way to get a tailgate in Pepsi Arena and sit on a tailgate during a game.
It only seems right, Matt Schuckman.
I mean, it'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Well, it would capture the spirit and essence of all that you do and are. So yes, I mean that's a really good weekend right there in and of itself.
We got a lot going on. We also have high school basketball previews starting to trickle in. We'll have more Illinois girls previews coming up this weekend.
They start next week.
They start next week, and then we'll start digging into the Illinois boys and the Missouri boys and girls previews next week. So we got a lot going on, and we got some really good teams in our area. Some teams that are getting mentioned in preseason polls. I'm real anxious to see what transpires, and one of those teams may not have all of its players for a couple weeks because that Brown County team, Jeff Bottorff may be missing some guys for another couple weeks.
Nobody cares about high school basketball in November. They care about basketball when we get to the March Madness run, and that's when Brown County is going to be good. Yep. But yes, I think I saw Nesto Hoops had Brown County 4th in its rating in 1A.
Yep, and then had Quincy Notre Dame and West Hancock both ranked in 2A.
Both incredibly deserving. The one team, and I talked about this on Duerrisms, I don't think Macomb's getting enough respect at this point. 2 incredible transfers, one of them by way in Brown County, in Carter Havens, who was such a defensive, put pressure on the ball type guy.
Yep.
Him and Drew Watson in the same backcourt. Whew. That's fun.
That's fun. So we got a lot to look forward to. You got to go gas that up because you got a big weekend ahead of you.
I like driving that. I have you just keep me in that for as long as I can. I will drive every mile anywhere you want me to travel.
You drive the Highlight Wrangler. I'll drive the Schuck truck.
We're good.
We'll get everywhere we possibly can.
And never in the twain shall we meet.
You keep going. I'll keep going. And we'll meet back here next Friday.
Sounds like a deal.
Awesome. For Chris Duerr, I'm Matt Schuckman. You guys have a great weekend.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
On this week's How's the Weather Up There from Farm and Home Supply, we have a first.
What's the first?
You got to watch and see. But we've been doing this for almost 2 years now.
No, I did not realize that.
Yeah, I didn't either until Nathaniel Jones said that on this upcoming episode of How's the Weather Up There, and take a look at what he had to say.
All right, so are you aware, in the nearly 2 years we've been doing the show, it's almost 100 episodes, I've never told you a knock-knock joke.
Is that true?
It is true.
Oh,
so here's the first knock-knock joke. This comes straight from my daughter.
Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. Yeah. You warned me. You go, who's there?
I see.
I see dead people.
I see you.
I see dead people.
Hopefully we don't see ice too much soon. Hi, I'm pizzaologist Nathaniel Jones. This is meteorologist Brent Clare. This is How's the Weather Up There, and we got a little bit of snow last weekend, just a feather, right?
Dusting.
Just dusting.
I don't know if you can even call it a dusting, a spittle. You know.
But now the reverse trend, we're not going to see snow this weekend.
I don't think so. It'd be hard to snow on 75-degree temperatures. So. At least that's Friday and Saturday, you know. Yeah, it's just, I love it how Mother Nature just says,
Yep.
So,
two-faced.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, yeah. But, yeah, we will be warming up back into the 70s starting tomorrow, Friday, and going into Saturday, and then right back into the 50s on Sunday through next week. So this is what we're going to see a lot, I'm afraid, this winter, is just very abrupt.
Really? Changes like that?
Changes like that. Very, very roller coaster-like pattern. So we'll be warm one day and we'll be bitter cold the next. And that's just the nature of the La Nina that we're going to be affected this year. You're going to have big ridges and big troughs moving across. What that does is that because those troughs are so amplified is the fact that it'll come down into the Four Corner region, get a lot of moisture, and come up into our neighborhood. So that's why the prediction for a more snowier winter is going to be there. You also hear the prediction of a colder winter. And you have to also remember that that is an average. So you may have really, really colds but then you might have the warms.
Yeah.
Not enough to offset that, but so you'll still have those warm times, but obviously it's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's going to be the thing about this winter is that you might get a good snow, and then a couple days later it could be melted away, right?
Yeah.
Just like that. So we'll see what happens.
So that's your advice for people coming into this winter is there's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel. You might have a few bad days, pockets, but then there's going to be sunshine at the end.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it might not be like 2 days. It might be 5 days, and then warm up and then back down again. So, but yeah, I definitely don't think it's going to be one of those entrenched seasons where you're just cold, and snow's always on the ground. But
yeah.
I've been wrong before, so.
But there is a little bit of moisture coming up next week, correct?
Just a little bit.
Maybe some chances of rain.
Chances, and of course, we've said that all month, but what happens? It doesn't do anything. And again, that goes back to the fact that we are too dry. We are just, there's nothing for these storms to work with, so that when they get across, they have nothing to suck up and nothing to put down. So, yeah, there's a chance for Monday night into Tuesday. Some likely overrunning showers. But again, until we get a good source of moisture to come up into the area, it's going to be very tough for that. Now, you talk about that. This weekend, we'll be seeing dew points rise up a little bit, a little more, not sticky, but moist. Doesn't feel like it feel like a good, October or
November.
It's not November.
It is November.
well, I was going to say an October warmth. That muggy, but. It was funny because I was looking at this pattern a week ago, and I thought, first thing I thought of is, oh boy, this just looked like 2013 when Washington, Illinois got hit. Very, very eerily set up, and then obviously it didn't translate. So, but it was the same thing. You had this big warmth, you had moisture coming in. It's like, oh boy, it's just the hair sticking up on here. But fortunately, I don't think we're going to have that. This probably will be the last big warmth I'm thinking.
So I was going to say, do you think it's the last 70-degree weekend? Anything?
No, I don't think it's the last 70, but because obviously things pop up. I don't think we'll see. We might see barely 70, but I think that's the upper mid to upper 70s. I think this is probably going to be the last hurrah for that. So we'll probably see more 60s and maybe a 70 here and there, but I will never say 70 is out until about, well, when we've had Christmas.
Christmas, yeah. I've had people mow yards, neighbors mow on Christmas just because they could, right? They could say it, yeah. But the leaves are crazy right now as far as trying to get ahead of those if you got them in your yard and everything, because they'll soon drop 100%, I would say, within the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, and the crazier thing is the fact that some are still very green. You got some that we lucked out. I didn't think we were going to have any color at all, and then we had some really good colors popping out. But then I'm driving back and forth through a project, and you see a very solid green and a very solid orange right beside it. And it's like, oh, that's weird. But the winds have been obviously gustier, and they've been moving things around, and that's always the worst part. Is you thought you got everything kind of moved out, and then do that. And then once you had those, we had those overnight lows next 20, a couple days ago, and then just everything just dropped. It was, so that's definitely helping. And then of course you have rain, that'll help bring them down too. So yeah, we'll hopefully get the leaves, but I don't think the leaves will be done until at least way after Thanksgiving, maybe the 1st of December. So yeah, it's just the way it goes.
All right, so we're talking about one of the last nicer weekends, right? When do you put up your Christmas decorations?
Well, if I was,
are you against doing them before December?
Oh, I would do it November 1st. The car radio is already pre-programmed for all the satellite Christmas songs, so I got 12 of them going on right now. Yeah. If I was not so busy right now, yes, there would be decorations going right now, because obviously, who wants to do it when your hands are numb
so cold? Yeah, you got to get a hold of it.
So yeah, this would be a definite. Well, as long as they're not inflatables, because they might blow away.
True.
But yeah, if you want to do some Griswold decorating techniques, you might want to get that going this weekend. As it will be a very nice week, Saturday. A little gusty though, but it would be a good time for. Now, obviously, we didn't get a chance to tell everyone to winterize their equipment, which that's what I spent last week doing, because. You need 20 degrees. It does not do good stuff. So camper, farm stuff, that's all we got winterized and all that stuff. So But yeah, this would be a good weekend for decorating, absolutely. And if you want to try to leaf, get rid of some leaves.
In the gutters, yeah.
Yeah, gutters, yeah, that's a good idea. So, but anyway, but yeah, and then we still got a few football games left. I'm going to Washington, Missouri tomorrow night, so a long trip for that. But let's see, Brown County still going, and Monroe City, and see, I think South Shelby. So yeah, we still got a few teams going.
So what's the forecast for the football games then? What are you thinking?
Very nice. I mean, well, nice relative for this time of year. We'll probably be in the 50s. So nice, pullover hoodie, would be good for that. So for the tough ones out there, we can still wear short sleeves. So, but our crew will only wear long sleeve if it snows. So
nice.
we're brave ones. So anyway, yeah, we got that going on, and then no parades, I don't think. So it's a pretty good weekend. This is just a good weekend to go get your Christmas stuff ready. It's
getting the holiday spirit.
That's right. It's, because we'll be talking about Thanksgiving pretty soon enough. So.
So while it was the first knock-knock joke on how's the weather up there, Brittany also has done knock-knock jokes for us.
I said, yeah, is this really a first?
It's a first for that show.
I get it. I get it. And knock-knock jokes are hard, so I'm not trying to knock you now.
Don't knock the knock-knock joke. This weekend, as you get closer to Christmas, I think people get ready for Christmas, and sometimes the event calendar thins a little because people are so focused on Christmas or their own private Christmas parties or holiday parties or what have you. But there's still a few things going on this weekend.
It's a little bit of a breather than we normally have, I think, but take advantage of that too and get your stuff done. But tonight is the Community of Q&D's Extravaganza. It is their biggest fundraiser that they have. It is a night filled with great food, live music, and a live auction. We hope that everyone has a safe and good time there.
Also tonight, the Christmas Craft Market at the Oakley Lindsay Center starts at 5 and goes until 8, and it'll also be open Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday from 11 to 5. Craft vendors will kick off these holiday shows. There's a whole slug of them coming up at the OLC, so make sure you get some of your shopping done locally.
Tomorrow on Saturday, November 15th, Liz Bentley will perform from 7:30 to 10:30 at Wine Gal Meets Whiskey Guy. They are located at 119 North 4th Street, across from the Washington Park. Live music and wine sounds like a good time.
And she is a magnificent performer, so make sure you head your way over there to Wine Gal Meets Whiskey Guy. Toys for Tots of West Central Illinois will be hosting their Ugly Christmas Sweater Bingo event on November 15th at the Ambiance. 10 bingo games, scratchers, or as Ashley likes to call them, scratchies, a 50-50 drawing, candy bar raffle along with food. Tickets are $25 a piece, but you can get a table of 8 for $160 and save a little money. Doors open at 5, bingo at 6:30. Still a chance to get a table, but you must bring a toy donation to play bingo. Okay, does she also call chicken tenders tendies?
I haven't heard her say that, but I love when she calls scratchers scratchies, so I had to write that one in there.
I bet she calls them tendies too. I'm going to ask her. That sounds like a her thing.
I call them chicken nugs.
Nugs.
Just nugs.
Nugs is a good one. Also, if you go to one of our fine local establishments to get wings and you don't get traditional wings, you are eating chicken nuggets. Boneless wings are chicken nuggets.
No.
Yes, they are.
No.
Absolutely. They are.
I think a boneless wing is a step up from the nugget. I shouldn't even call them nugs because nugs are the things that you get from like fast food places, and you shouldn't even compare those to some of the exquisite chicken tenders that you get from our local establishments.
Get bones in your wings. Get some drummies or some flats, whatever your preference. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching this edition of Muddy River Mornings, driven by Hess Auto Agency. Always a good time. And I will see you again next week with Ashley, as you will not be here.
I will not be here.
You will be sleeping in.
Yes, I will be staycationing and hopefully cleaning out this closet.
And getting your Christmas shopping done.
And getting my Christmas shopping done.
All right, you have a great week. We'll miss you as always, but we want you back here next week. So we'll see you next week right here on Muddy River Morning.
Bye.